Basically, we're doing 4.1, which is called general trig equations. We're really focusing in on page 53, which talks about the angle measures, and you can determine whether the trig function is positive or negative depending on what quadrant your angle's in. So, remember that quadrant 1 is over here, 2, 3, and 4, right? So those are our quadrants. So in the first quadrant, all of our trig functions are positive. So sine, cosine, tangent, all positive. What am I doing? In quadrant 2, sine is positive, which means that cosine and tangent are both negative. In quadrant 3, sine is negative, cosine is negative, and tangent is positive. And in 4, any guesses on which one's positive? Cosine, good job. So, for whatever reason, they give you kind of a helpful hint. So they say all students take calculus. That tells you which one's positive. ASTC. All students take calculus. ASTC. So that tells you which ones are positive. It goes in order of quadrants. Okay? So basically what we're going to do is none of that. Okay, so the way your questions are going to look is it's going to tell you, everybody good with this slide?
I have a question.
Yes.
On the homework, that one day we did it, I drew one of those things for like every single question. Is that what we're supposed to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for what, 3.1?
I guess
Was that last week?
I don't know if we're supposed to just do it on one big one or...
No, because that would have gotten very confusing very fast. You should have drawn an angle for each one.
I don't really remember what we did last week, honestly.
It'll be okay. It was when we graphed yeah, you like graph the angles like going around.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then we did the
Yeah. Okay, so then the way your homework quadrant where tangent is positive and cosine is negative. So if you have any 2's that are positive, it's in quadrant 1. Okay? Questions are going to look, so it's going to like ask you to determine what quadrant the angle's in. But it's going to tell you like cosine, if it's less than 0, that means what? It's negative. So what quadrant where cosine is negative and tangent is positive? 3, right? Right, so basically that's what your homework questions are going to look like. Okay, listen. So cosine is less than 0, so therefore that means it is negative. If it is greater than 0, it's positive. So you're looking for the quadrant where cosine is negative and tangent is positive. Both of those things, you just tell me quadrant 1, 2, 3, or 4. Because that is the only quadrant. All right, that's it. That's all we're doing. That's all. Well, it could be, yeah, because then if they're both negative, then you have to look where that's true. Well, because that would still work.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So page 55, 19 to 27.